Alas.
What I realize you can get away with blackface as long as you play a white guy who's doing blackface.
Oh, that's racist.
No, it's not, because you're playing a white guy who is doing blackface. You're not playing a black guy with blackface.
No, because that's depiction of racism. Depiction of racism.
No, because it's satirical. It's making jokes and art and stuff.
Like the Django Unchained. Seen all the critics regarding that one? Just for them, just for
I feel like they never read
acting.
Huck Finn. I feel like they never read Huck Finn.
This
one. The critics like or not like that movie? I didn't.
A lot of them. Well, some. I don't know how many liked or disliked it, but I know that the critiques that were negative were about them using the N-word a lot, and also like I think Sam Jackson's part.
So funny. It's like it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, people.
Yeah,
Activity on any level. Not what we, not what anybody was going to see. Tarantino, not Spielberg, okay?
Yeah, no, seriously. It was also depicted real shit. I mean, you really don't think they used that word like that? Totally did. The watermelon ball.
Oh, they got a new room. They got fucking banned. The Somalia room.
He's back in the Somalia room. Leave the Somalians alone, Roki, all right?
It's good to be the voices in Loki's head because, he actually...
Right? Leave the Somalians alone and send money to this Bitcoin address. Hold on.
We drink and we pillage and we do what we please. We get all we want for free. We'll kick your ass and rape your lass. Somalian pirates, we. So we yo. So we yeah, hey.
I get why you got kicked out.
Well, I didn't sing that up. Maybe I should. Maybe I should dress up like a pirate and like, hey, is this the recruitment center?
Loki mistakes being annoying for pushing people's buttons.
Oh, maybe that is pushing buttons.
It's a very obvious button, and you have more buttons than most people, so I think it's a little bit ironic.
Your words warm my heart.
Well,
I feel so blessed.
I feel blessed. Water. Need some more.
Anything else you want to say to me?
No. Do you want me to say something else to you?
That's totally up to you.
So, look, you can, empathize with me here. I had to go hang out with a bunch of people yesterday that, let's just say that the after party, one of them showed up in a t-shirt that was Obama as a superhero. It was painful. And I came in the room and I was hoping you were here and you weren't. And now you're ignoring me again.
Who's in
No, I'm just busy.
Oh.
Luna experiments on Loki. Loki is actually Luna's experiment. It's because he needs a, lower temperature heart for sure, Luna. As do we all.
I read the health benefits.
I'm sorry, I just care too much. I just don't want to do anything that will hurt anybody's feeling.
You just you just care so much and compassion and that stuff and, things. Feelings.
Like, this is the way I love to be irritating.
I don't feel awkward in social situations, but SJWs, luckily they usually have booze.
And they're very willing to share. I mean, they're communists, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, they're usually pretty good about sharing the booze. And you're like, okay.
Just tell them that you're like, hey, I identify as black, and I am pixel gender.
Wait a minute. Did I get scholarships like that?
Yeah, I mean, there was a dude who came in and got into what was it again?
I'm gonna get minority scholarships.
I'm just gonna double check what college that was. But seriously, it's like a prestigious college, and the guy wrote and they were supposed to write a application with 100 words, and basically what he did was writing hashtag Black Lives Matter 100 times.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I'll find the source right now.
It's adorable. Well, I heard such, amazing wisdom, such as, Trump got elected because of that people hate women and lovely.
Did you know that?
I mean, because that's the level of their arguments. You can't.
The
even talk to
patriarchy.
them. You're just like, I can't even talk to you people. They're just like, I wish I knew how many people hated women and how many people were just stupid and didn't understand that Obama was like this coming. And that Hillary was the third one or something.
I
You're just
will
like,
say.
They just can't accept being defeated so fucking hard. I mean,
they just have no logical arguments about anything. That's it. I don't care where people actually end up about it, but when they have
helped
such
Trump get elected.
just
They
such
scared the shit
broad
out of everybody
garbage
with
statements,
PC.
you're just like, nah.
I feel like if anything, they helped Trump get elected because everybody was like, "Holy shit, this guy's gonna get rid of some of this PC shit."
I think
These
so.
people scare me, and it was pretty
That was
ironic.
a lot of it. Was all right. Let's. This guy talks straight and uses,
Yeah, he's a go-getter.
tells people what he thinks. You're like, and we think the same thing a lot.
Hillary should be in prison anyway, so I don't see why people trusted her.
I know.
How could you call Donald a cheat without calling Hillary a cheat?
well, yeah, the guy I mentioned, by the way, he got into
No, he's a
Stanford.
bad business. He's a bad businessman, and just
Mhm.
obviously, he's actually terrible at business, and so
He's pretty bad.
not good at anything. So why would you ever elect him? And Hillary's a woman, so definitely we should elect her. I had that conversation. That was basically the logic argument, and you're like, well, explain how he's
I
a
agree
bad
he's
business
not the-
person. Like,
I agree
well,
he's not
he
the
just
best.
is, obviously, of course. Come on.
I don't think he's the best
Like-
businessman. I think that he's very successful, and he's a better self-promoter, which makes him a great businessman. That's why I think he's.
I think he's
very
is
narcissist.
successful and couldn't be a complete retard and be as successful as he is.
Okay, I just have to say I do not often, very rarely that I link to this website because it's usually fake news. But this one, they actually reported the truth.
Well, I believe there was a chemical attack with Syria. I was going to ask about how you guys felt about Trump bombing Syria.
I don't believe you. I don't believe that.
I don't know enough about the actual situation as it exists to have a informative
There is no
opinion,
proof.
therefore I don't have
There's
about
no
it.
proof of what.
There's no proof. There's no proof that Assad actually used any gas against his own people, and there is no proof that he did 3 years ago either, as they accused him of. A more probable answer to that question would be to who did it would be the rebels, I think, who is now ISIS, basically.
I'll have to look into it. I didn't actually get time to read about it.
Check the link. It's
Yeah, I didn't actually lose any. I'll give you this one. I didn't lose any sleep over it.
Yeah.
The people I was hanging out with yesterday were like, "Oh my gosh, I couldn't sleep," and I blame Trump because I couldn't sleep. And you're like, "Oh my gosh."
I slept.
You're like,
Look
really?
at blame your weed dealer.
Right.
My family was delusional. They thought that what the fuck is it called? Like martial law was going to be put in place or something, and that in a crisis situation, because of a crisis situation, Obama was going to be like running for a third term, going to be able to have a third term.
Nah, that shit doesn't really work out as people think it probably would.
Yeah, they were like, "This is like."
Obviously
They're
overthrown.
like the Bible, like predicted it, like in some weird way. I don't know.
I mean, like, I have some hopes for humanity in the sense that, like, maybe with Snowden, everybody stopped caring pretty quickly, and I was upset. But like, I feel like if Obama snuck a third term, maybe finally people would be like, "Yeah, all right, this is not cool." You know, I think that would probably happen. Hopefully, I might just be hoping.
It was one of those. You're like, well, it would be interesting to see it be tried.
Right? I mean, I'd have some. I'd give them some props.
The way
for getting the
you think of those
loophole there.
situations, it's like it would be interesting to see that tried. Like, there's certain lines. You're like, you can like shove and push and bend these lines. Like, but there's a certain point where things are gonna get interesting if they.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff out there. Like, yeah, if you actually take that one extra step, like, well,
See it happen.
it'll be interesting
Right?
for sure.
I'd definitely like to see what
And,
happens. That'd be crazy as shit. I do know they can put martial law down whenever there's a crisis situation, which also I believe I can't remember where. It's been a long time since I read about this, but I think there was a clause that said that you can declare it in times of economic crisis, which would be like any time technically if you thought about it. Like, kind of declare economic crisis pretty easily, like being in large foreign debt. I don't know. Depends on, I guess, the interpretation of economic crisis.
You're saying if like things got so bad that people were like hurting other people for food?
Not more like if your economy is about to collapse, I believe.
Yeah, but why would martial law need to like be put in place for that?
I'm not exactly sure. I just believe, I'm pretty sure that I read about that being a clause. I'm not sure. I don't want you to quote me on it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to like think of all the reasons why that would be a thing. It would be an economic crisis and not something else.
There's a lot of weird ones. Yeah, but come on. I don't think the people who voted for Trump didn't necessarily weren't like anti-war people, to be honest.
Well, the libertarian people who actually voted for him would be.
They had to. I mean, they didn't want him.
They didn't want Hillary.
No, they didn't want Hillary, and they didn't want Trump either. But they picked, their lesser
evil.
Yeah.
I mean, this makes me feel bad for actually campaigning for Trump, and I gained like votes for him. Not Bernie. I don't like him.
I didn't mind Bernie.
Fucking commie.
I don't give a shit, dude. I haven't seen an honest politician in my life or reading about history for the most part. It'd be kind of interesting.
Honest, but he's a hypocrite. He's telling everybody to.
Who isn't a hypocrite in the presidency?
He just bought his third house.
I mean,
He
I just
bought
thought
it
it'd be
for
interesting.
Maxim.